When it comes to avoiding heart attacks, knowing what foods to eat and what to avoid can be very confusing. For decades, we were told to avoid eggs due to their cholesterol, only to find now that advice has been completely reversed. Margarine was once touted the saviour from butter, yet today, some experts claim margarine is one of the worst foods for heart attacks. And when it comes to avoiding heart attacks, it's not something you want to risk getting wrong. That's why in this video we're going to reveal the top 10 foods for avoiding heart attacks, foods that have been vigorously studied and scientifically proven to help. You'll learn about an unusual fruit that's been proven to reduce arterial plaque by 30%. Before we jump in, please take a sec to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We've got amazing new content each week. Also stick around because later in this video we'll show you how to receive 2 free gifts on us. Number 10 on our list is fatty fish. The important thing about oily fish is that they contain omega-3 fatty acids, which are anti-inflammatory. But what does this mean? First, it's important to understand what inflammation is. Think back to the last time you stubbed your toe. Most likely you've had some localized swelling and maybe your toe turned slightly red. The same mechanism can occur inside our arteries as a result of having a poor diet, excessive stress, exposure to toxins, sleep deprivation, and so on. The difference is we don't see this inflammation. If we continue to do these things, our body can get into a state of chronic inflammation. This can lead to plaques forming in our arteries, blood pressure elevation, and increase in abdominal fat. Therefore, eating a diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids can help reduce inflammation, thus reduce risk of events such as strokes and heart attacks. Many studies indicate that eating oily fish can help support heart health. For example, one 2006 study found that participants who ate fish 1 to 2 times per week had 36% lower risk of coronary heart disease. Oily fish are also a great source of protein, so they won't send your blood sugar soaring, an important factor in preventing heart disease. So be sure to add some wild-caught salmon, sardines or mackerel to your diet. Enjoy with a fresh salad or steamed greens, and your heart will thank you for it. Now we're going to look at a vibrant red fruit that contains a special antioxidant that's associated with decreasing risk of heart attacks. Plus, this fruit has a unique way of supporting sleep. Number 9. Cherries. Cherries are full of polyphenols and micronutrients that aid in the fight against disease. In particular, the anthocyanins that give this fruit its deep red colour offer anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Studies have shown that a high intake of anthocyanins is associated with a lower risk of heart attack in young and middle-aged women. One study followed 93,600 young and middle-aged women for 18 years. It found that those who consumed more foods rich in this antioxidant had lower rates of heart attacks. Cherry juice has also been found to help those with hypertension. A 2016 study conducted in the UK summarised their results, stating, drinking tart Montmorency cherry juice significantly reduces high blood pressure at a level comparable to that achieved by medication. Finally, cherries, especially the tart variety, are a great sleep aid. This is due to the fact that they contain melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that helps us sleep. Getting quality sleep each night allows the body to rest and restore, thus enabling the cardiovascular system to repair any damage and work optimally. Next, we have another fruit that's rich in anthocyanins, plus another antioxidant that can help lower blood pressure and blood sugar. Number 8. Berries. First, let's look at the research on anthocyanins found in berries. One study looked at more than 34,000 postmenopausal women. It discovered that participants who consumed anthocyanin-rich strawberries and blueberries once per week or more experienced significant reductions in risk of death from coronary artery disease. Interestingly, this antioxidant has also been associated with lowering harmful cholesterol too. This may be due to the way antioxidants help prevent damage to our cells. Therefore, they can support healthy cholesterol and the cardiovascular system. Blueberries also have another potent antioxidant that have been found to help lower blood pressure, called pterostilbene. In a 2012 clinical trial, Researchers found that those who took 125 milligrams of pterostilbene twice a day experienced significant reductions in blood pressure, a 7.8 mmHg drop in systolic blood pressure and a 7.3 mmHg drop in diastolic blood pressure compared to those in the placebo group. Evidence shows it can also help lower blood sugar, another important factor for avoiding heart attacks. So, increase your intake of these heart-friendly fruits by eating them as a dessert, adding them to smoothies, or grab a handful as a snack. We already mentioned how beneficial omega-3 fatty acids are for our heart. Now we have another food that provides an abundance, and that is number 7, walnuts. These wrinkly nuts contain the most omega-3 out of all the tree nuts. Furthermore, they are a rich source of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a mostly plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. Research indicates ALA consumption is important for our hearts. A 2008 study looked at 3,638 individuals. It found that people who consumed more ALA had lower risk of heart attacks than those who ate less. Walnuts are also the richest source of antioxidants out of all the tree nuts. Antioxidants are key for keeping our cells healthy and protecting our cholesterol from damage. A small study compared giving individuals a walnut-rich meal versus a refined fatty meal. They found that after the walnut-rich meal, the LDL bad cholesterol had been protected from oxidation, whereas after the refined fatty meal, the LDL cholesterol had been oxidized. This is crucial to note, as oxidized cholesterol is associated with higher risk for heart attacks. So without further ado, get snacking on this heart-healthy nut. Next we come to another food abounding in omega-3. Number 6, extra virgin olive oil. The Mediterranean diet has long been associated with heart health, and olive oil may just be the secret sauce to this diet, with many tens of studies proving its cardioprotective abilities due to factors such as its ability to lower inflammation, improve the function of blood vessel linings, protect LDL cholesterol from oxidization, a process which results in the cholesterol causing damage to the cardiovascular system and even lower blood pressure. Hypertension being one of the major risk factors for heart disease. Use olive oil to make salad dressings, drizzle over veggies, or to cook foods at a low temperature. Stay tuned, as in a minute we're going to uncover a food that is the richest source of lignans, a special group of plant nutrients that have been linked to reducing cardiovascular disease. But if you can't get enough of these top 10 foods for avoiding heart attacks, then why not download our free ebook, The Surprising Truth About Fat and Cholesterol. And if you'd really like to understand the full picture for fighting and preventing heart disease, check out episode 1 of the Untold Story of Heart Disease documentary series. Both gifts are free and waiting for you now. Just click the link in the description below. Next we have a little seed that's big on benefits. Number 5 is flax seeds. These seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, also found in walnuts. Studies on animals have shown that the ALA in flax seeds can prevent cholesterol being deposited in the blood vessels, reduce inflammation in the arteries, and reduce tumour growth. Further points to note regarding flax seeds are they assist with lowering blood pressure. Canadian researchers found eating 30 grams of flax seeds daily for 6 months lowered systolic and diastolic blood pressure by 10 millimeters of mercury and 7 millimeters of mercury, respectively. Secondly, they've been found to lower blood sugar. This is important as high blood sugar can result in blood vessel dysfunction. Thus, lowering blood sugars helps our arteries work optimally. Finally, flax contains 75 to 800 times more lignans than other plant foods. These are a type of phytoestrogens that are linked to a reduced risk of developing osteoporosis, heart disease, and breast cancer. Lignans also have antioxidant properties, so help protect the body from oxidative damage. Regarding the lignans in flax, a scientific review stated they have numerous biological properties that make them unique and very useful in promoting health and combating various diseases. So add them to smoothies or freshly grind them and add them to baking or protein balls. Next is a vegetable with an important source of antioxidants, vitamins and minerals. It's low in calories but high in fibre, so can help support weight loss. In fact, some people claim you burn more calories eating it than you get from it. Do you know what it is? Number 4, celery. Celery contains 2 special components that make it a must on your heart-healthy diet list. Firstly, it has a phytochemical called phthalates. This relaxes the tissue of the artery walls to increase blood flow and reduce blood pressure. Secondly, it's high in electrolytes. Electrolytes are chemicals in water that are essential for bodily functions. They help with hydration, maintaining healthy blood pressure, repairing tissue damage, and making sure your muscles and nerves work correctly. As you can see, both phthalates and electrolytes are great for keeping your blood pressure in a healthy range. A 2013 study reported that celery seed extract improved blood pressure levels in patients who had mild to moderate elevations. Aside from blood pressure, one of the main issues for a healthy heart are blood lipids, and celery has you covered here too. A 2009 study in rats found that when given celery extract for 60 days, rats experienced a significant reduction in their blood lipids, including total cholesterol, LDL bad cholesterol, and triglycerides. So use this crunchy vegetables for soups, curries, stir-fries, and to dip into hummus or guacamole. Now for one of my favourite vegetables, it's from the cruciferous family, and I actually eat this one for breakfast each morning. Number 3, broccoli. Many studies have shown that consumption of cruciferous vegetables is associated with reductions in death from all causes. So if I eat it for breakfast, I know I've started my day by doing something that's going to increase my chance of longevity. But there's more to this vegetable than just vitamins and minerals. It also contains a wonderful compound called sulforaphane that has been researched in great depth for its ability to help with digestion, fight cancer cells, aid in detoxification, protect the skin, and of course help protect the heart. This compound activates something called the NRF2 pathway. This is a pathway the body turns on when it wants to make its own antioxidants. It's vital for keeping cells healthy and particularly allowing cholesterol particles to remain healthy by avoiding oxidation. Avoiding oxidation of LDL cholesterol, known as the bad cholesterol, is crucial because when it becomes oxidized, it's much more likely to damage arteries and is associated with a much higher risk of cardiovascular disease. So be sure to add broccoli to your meals. Now, our next food that has another compound which turns on the NRF2 pathway is turmeric. This spice has had a lot of attention over the last few years, with hundreds of scientific studies being done on it, ranging from its ability to help with arthritis to cancers. However, this spice is one to include in your diet to help prevent heart attacks too. Turmeric contains special compounds called curcuminoids, one being the compound curcumin that turns on the NRF2 pathway. A study conducted in 2014 showed curcumin reduced a number of cardiovascular risk factors in diabetics. Plus, a 2013 study found it lowered hsCRP. This is a measure of a protein in the blood that causes significant inflammation. As we already discussed, having high levels of chronic inflammation is a huge risk factor for heart disease. A 2012 study found that consuming curcumin was as beneficial as exercising for the blood vessel linings. A final study I'd like to draw your attention to is one conducted on 121 people undergoing coronary artery bypass surgery. The participants either had 4 grams of curcumin or a placebo daily a few days before and after surgery. The group consuming the curcumin had a 65% decreased risk of experiencing a heart attack in the hospital. So be sure to spice up your life and add turmeric to your shopping list. We're about to unveil our number 1 top food for avoiding heart attacks. Be sure not to miss this one as it can reduce arterial plaque by 30%. Just don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Heart Disease Code. Be sure to grab both of your 2 free gifts, The Truth About Fat and Cholesterol and Episode 1 of the Untold Story of Heart Disease documentary series by clicking the link in the description below. A number 1 food for avoiding heart attacks has over 100 health benefits, and my guess is you probably can't remember the last time you ate one. Number 1 is pomegranate. They're an excellent source of dietary fibre, vitamin C, K, and several B vitamins, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, folate, manganese, selenium, and zinc. Ensuring we have a wide range of vitamins and minerals in our diet can help prevent cardiovascular disease. But there are some fascinating studies on pomegranates and heart disease. Let's look first at how it can help blood pressure. A 2012 study conducted at Queen Margaret University found that participants who drank 500 millilitres of pomegranate juice daily for 4 weeks had a significant reduction in blood pressure in more than 90% of the group. The study also found that participants had lower levels of unsaturated fatty acids, which are linked to the storage of abdominal fat. Fat around the stomach can dramatically increase the risk of diabetes and heart disease. Further to these cardioprotective properties, pomegranates have been studied for their effect on cholesterol too. An Iranian study was conducted over 8 weeks. It reported participants who drank concentrated pomegranate juice saw a reduction in total cholesterol and in LDL cholesterol. But one of the most notable studies on pomegranates was conducted by an Israeli researcher. He reported when participants consumed pomegranate juice daily for 1 year, they saw inhibition of LDL oxidation. In other words, the LDL cholesterol wasn't becoming damaged. He also reported a 30% reduction in arterial plaque. Did you hear that? A 30% reduction in plaque. Adding pomegranates to your diet could make a huge difference to your cardiovascular health. Be sure to put them on your shopping list and enjoy the wonderful benefits they have to offer. So there you have our 10 foods that reduce your heart attack risk. Make sure to stay tuned to Heart Disease Code to discover more wonderful nutrition and wellness insights. And once again, don't leave without grabbing both of your 2 free gifts. Just click that link below. Thanks for watching. Have a heart-healthy day.